How's it going, guys? I was on YouTube last night. I was looking at a bunch of coming out videos, and there was some really amazing and very inspirational coming out videos. However, I started stumbling across older coming out stories, and they were even more richer. They were much more stories to tell for these guys, and I loved them. In fact, I probably enjoyed the older coming out videos much more than the younger ones. However, there was something I started to notice between all these older correlation videos. And then it struck me, they were not getting hardly any YouTube views. One guy had a video out for 4 years and only had 2,000 views and 5 thumbs up and 3 comments. But then I would look at some 19-year-olds coming out experience, and he was getting 200,000 views. I can't even countless likes. So what's going on? What's the problem here? So I was like, what the fuck? You know? And then I suddenly hit me. Is it age discrimination? You know, I do know age discrimination happens, but I realized the majority of YouTube viewers are young. Mostly younger YouTubers are just all over it. And younger people prefer to stay in their own realm and watch only other younger YouTubers. So that would explain a lot in my case, because I've had YouTubers that just, might do 2-minute videos, and they only have done 20 videos in 10 months and have like 40,000 subscribers. And I was trying to figure out how they were doing it. I'm not competitive in any way, but I was trying to figure out how they were doing this. And I realized they just have the looks, they're younger, they already have an upper hand than I do. I'm not. I guess in the gay world, I guess I'm old or something. A YouTuber was talking about a guy that messaged him saying he thinks 30 to 40-year-olds are so nasty, they're flabby bodies. I mean, I can take my shirt off if you want me to, but this is not what my channel's about. What am I getting at with all this crap? There's not necessarily age discrimination like I was saying. There's a disconnect between, in this case, younger gays versus older gays. What's the disconnect? Well, probably physicality. They probably don't find a lot of older gay men very attractive, hence that's why they don't watch it. But also it's a generational thing. They can't relate to the experiences of an older person, of the baby boomers, so they therefore don't watch it. They think, oh, it's grandpa, or whatever they want to think. But, which I understand in that sense, but there's a big problem with that. Humongous problem, and here's exactly what it is. People only want to stay in their own bubble. They don't want to go out, venture out, and learn other stuff. This is why there's so much problems in our world, is because we don't want to reach out and start looking at other people and listening to their stories or learn from whatever it is. We got to learn how to do that. And I think the first step would be going ahead, let's say I was 15, watching a 50-year-old coming out story. I think that's a first step, especially in this case in the gay community, and to help building bridges, because you too, let's say you're 15 and you're going to be 50 one day. That's going to come back and haunt you, because karma is a bitch. No, but more serious though, we've got to reach out of our bubble. And remember, when you get on YouTube next time, while you're on YouTube right now watching me, think of the other YouTubers out there that are probably way indifferent, or heck, even a Christian who's indifferent. Why don't you watch them and give them the chance to listen to what they have to say? Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.